as far as I know, there's never been a show like this. And if you want more shows like this, then support this one and watch it, because we're not trying to check a box. It just happened that way. But we're trying to tell authentic stories, and I think we've achieved that.
I still don't see a lot of queer slice of life stories that I really like. And I think it's really important to show this type of camaraderie and community, because I see it so often, but I still haven't seen it celebrated to the degree that is on this show.
First table read, we read 2 episodes, I think. And I just remember like being caught by like how well the characters were written, and then like everyone's energy in the room was just, everyone was having fun.
I think with this season, I'm excited to see that, like that deeper layer that's always been there as far as the relationships that, you know, you don't really talk about in the party settings, or maybe you only talk about with your deeper friends, but going back to like childhood trauma and to see more of the underneath the surface conflict that's gonna happen this season.
It's like bumper cars, and I get to be one of the drivers in the car. Season 1, I was kind of like watching someone jump in, and I'll jump in and then jump out. Now I get to drive the car the whole season. So it's a bumpy ride, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and just having this extremely strong presence of like Asian American people is just really interesting to see. There's so much complexity within that, right? I think we've sort of blown that door wide open. I think there was lots of commonality that we saw historically, particularly in media, that we saw with, you know, Asian American people, but it's been really interesting to see you know, how different we all are, and how, you know, how many interests we all have, and how many conflicting, how many commonalities that we have, and it's just been fun to explore that.
Prepare yourself to see yourself in these characters, regardless of how old you are or how far you're into your experience in the gay community. Whether you've come out as a 40-year-old or somebody who's 18 and has started to experience the gay community and your life as a queer person, there is something for everyone in this show, and I'm so excited for everyone to see that.
Pretty Dudes not only gives like a breath of fresh air, but like gives a whole world. Like Breath of Fresh Air is just like a breath, but like Pretty Dudes creates like this universe where like we can be in and relish and feel like we belong. That was really demonstrated viscerally in person too during our table read, like the in-person table read that I was in. We're just like meeting everyone, and there was a sense of us feeling really held and like cherished and like celebrated.
Being able to write something where a character's friends were there for him during like a really dark moment just really makes me emotional even just talking about it. I just think there's something beautiful about how friends can stand in the gap for people whose family members, I'm sorry, I hate this, people whose family members aren't there for them in the sense that most people are able to rely on family. I feel like the world needs shows like this.
Welcome back to the 626. We'll see you soon for Pretty Dudes.